almost nobody really needs it.
It's on, buddy. It's on. Just point it a bit. Right, this is another Charlotte Mew poem. It's her famous Fame poem. And it's usually the little fragment is taken from the middle of it, but this is the entire poem. Sometimes in the overheated house, but not for long, smirking and speaking rather loud, I see myself among the crowd where no one fits the singer to his song or sifts the unpainted from the painted faces of the people who are always on my stare. They were not with me when I walked in heavenly places, but could I spare in the blind earth's great silences and spaces the din, the scuffle, the long stare? If I went back and it was not there, back to the old known things that are new, the folded glory of the gorse, the sweet briar air, to the larks that cannot praise us, knowing nothing of what we do, and the divine wise trees that do not care. Yet to leave fame still with such eyes and that bright hair, God, if I might, and before I go hence, take in her stead to our tossed bed, our little dream, no matter how small, how wild. Just now I think I found it in a field under a fence, a frail, dead, newborn lamb, ghostly and pitiful and white, a blot upon the night, the moon's dropped child. Now to take you to someplace very different. You might not be aware of Irish dancehall chat-up lines, but the most famous, infamous one is, Richard, can I borrow your body for a struggle? Of course, in modern times that would not go down well at all. And then if after that introduction you feel like you want to marry her, you say, you want to be buried with me people. That's equally unappetizing. So you got to imagine that you're in an Irish disco and the title of the poem is called Can I Borrow Your Body for a Struggle? And we're watching two people in the corner, and Blondie's Rip Her to Shreds is banging out like, oh, she's no good, yeah, rip her to shreds! Or dancing in the disco, jumper to bumper to bumper. Wait a minute, where's me jumper? And then we're all going to overhear these people talking. Hi, I'm from a different planet. Damn it, so am I. It's so hard to meet earthlings these days. That's it, sorry, that's it.
Got there in the end.
This is my little girl, it's called It's My Friend. Tilly used to always say that about everything. It's my friend. When she met the sea for the first time, she patted it like it was a pet kraken and she said, it's my friend. So, it's Tilly's first football match. She watches the ball move amongst men as if it had a life of its own and laughs at the players chasing it. At half-time, numb fingers clasp a bovril. I ask her, well, what do you make of it all? I see myself reflected in her 3-year-old eyes. She smiles and says, I like the way the grass is. Oh, I say in my adult way. She now down on her belly, eyeballing the grass at its own level. Each blade a green individual self. Daddy, how? She inquires of me. Many blades of grass, yeah, I encourage her, are there. In a football pitch. I hazard a guess. 1,000,002. She likes the exactness of the fact. Happy with her daddy's answer. Trusts he's right down to the very last two. I like grass, she announces. It's my friend, she smiles. Thank you. Oh, these are all over the place. This is called A Room by Any Other Name. It's Tilly again. A robin perches on the television. A squirrel, rather cheekily, bags the sofa. A blackbird sings its heart out from the tabletop as if it were a stage. A chair has fallen, asleep in a flower bed. A tall lamp becomes best buddies with an old apple tree who had seen better days. She squeals with delight to see her room decanted into the garden. Lead like snakes into all our greenness. A record player bides its time. The world stood on its head. Everything where it shouldn't be but is. Well, Miss Topsy-Turvy, do you like it? She stands on her head. Then she drops the needle in the groove. Cozy Cole and she proclaim Topsy Part 2. The walls now walls of trees and hedges with only a summer sky for a ceiling. A cat cuddles up on her lap. She cuddles up on my lap. Now as night falls we watch Disney's Cinderella together with her cat and its kittens, all singing at the top of our collective voices. Oh, Salagadoola, Michigaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo. It'll do magic, believe it or not. Salagadoola, Michigaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Darkness gathers us in. Cradled in my arms she sleeps. I took her into her garden bed, whispered to her, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Thank you. What? That's it. Thank you.